Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Ultima, and welcome to the first episode of Monday Night Raw, the show that's going to give us momentum to destroy Friday Night SmackDown. And today I am here with the one and only Root Beer Milk and the Elite himself, Elite TV. And this is our first episode of Monday Night Raw, and I hope you guys enjoy. And Root Beer Milk and Elite TV, if you have anything to say, here's your time.
Hey, if you like me for some reason, you can find me more at the Berg Wrestling. I do a bunch of WMMA 5 stuff over there with my pal and friend Eric Johnson. So
Oh,
Well,
go check us out. But right now, we're doing Monday Night Raw in the modern day WWE brand warfare.
let's do it, Brand
Raw's the best.
Warfare.
Raw's the best brand in this universe.
Exactly. Numbra is number one. If you guys see it in the top left corner, make sure to join the Discord so you can keep updated with the series. So make sure to do that, and we can chat. We can chat on the Discord. It'll be a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun in the Discord. We don't have that many
And
people
hey,
yet, but you can join to make it larger. So make
and
sure to
hey,
do
maybe you
that.
could help us book some stuff.
That's
That's
what I was gonna
true.
say. Give
And
us some
maybe
ideas, maybe.
Yeah, and maybe eventually we can open up NXT or a third brand that's brand new that you guys can book. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
You never know. But as we get into the first pre-show match of the night, and if you guys want to see the booking of this show and you haven't already, go to you can see it on our channel, which is a live stream of us booking the show and our thought process behind each thing that we do. And in an abysmal pre-show match, which is the pre-show match I booked, Liv Morgan defeated Carmella in 7:16. Oh, and the six-way trap storyline started with the segment. That's not a good start on the pre-show.
And apparently, Liv Morgan was really off her game.
Oh, she was. Oh, so that means that she'll probably do better.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Carmella and Liv Morgan, decent match here. Want to read this one, Elite?
Uh, in an abysmal pre-show match, Jinder Mahal defeated Drew Gulak in 9 minutes and 45 seconds by pinfall with a Karachi Valley Driver.
Karachi Valley Driver. What is that?
Karachi?
Oh, and they
So
Oh,
don't
probably the
click at
Colossus or
all.
something.
They have bad
oh, they don't click.
click. I mean, I hope our main event does not have that problem. That would be
Yeah,
trash.
hope so. It's all right for a
That's
pre-show match.
alright. Jinder Mahal had the same performance as Liv Morgan.
Well, Liv
Makes you
Morgan was
think.
also really off her game.
And
True that.
well, Jinder Mahal had bad chemistry with Drew Gulak, so who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We head to our next match, the best match of the pre-show.
Dominic Dijakovic, Shane Thorne, and Karrion Kross defeat Cedric Alexander and the Viking Raiders when Cedric Alexander submitted Cedric Alexander with a cross jacket.
And
Karrion
Karrion Kross
Kross,
dominates everybody, by the way.
yep, really trying to set the example that Kross, Shane Thorne, and Dominic Dijakovic are heads and shoulders the dominant crew here. Cross getting one of the better performances of the match with a solid 52. That should only go up with time and popularity. Same with Shane Thorne, Dominic Dijakovic, and the rest.
Alright, and when reading out the segments for the show, let's take turns. I'll go first, then Root Beer, well, then Elite, and then Root Beer. So let's do it that way. How does that
So
sound?
goes you, Elite, then me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's do it. Let's get into the first episode of Monday Night Raw, the show that is going to do better than SmackDown. This is the first episode. Let's get straight into it. Let's do this. Alright, we kick off the show with a 62, and about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Apollo Crews defeated Jeff Hardy in 9:51 by pinfall with a spin-out powerbomb. This match did really good. I'm happy with how it went. I'm really happy with how it went. Tyson Kidd has a good road agent. What do you think about that,
Uh
Root
huh.
Beer?
Ooh.
Yeah. The Raw exclusive road agent, by the way.
Raw exclusive.
The actually drafted road agent because he's so great.
Indeed.
Good way to start it off.
That's a great way. I mean, a good way to start off the show. Then Elite.
Apollo Apollo says he wants to change the U.S. title to Nigerian.
He wants to change
I'll
it
see
to
where
the
this.
Nigerian Championship. And Root Beer, you're really good at explaining things very in depth for promos. So what does he
All right.
say here?
So Apollo Crews, he basically throws Jeff out of the ring and he grabs a microphone and he says, "I am sick and tired of being disrespected by all you filthy Americans. So that's why I am going to desecrate your beloved United States title. And I'm going to make it a title of a country that we should all be proud of, and that is my country of Nigeria. So come Armageddon, I will throw this United States title in the garbage, set it ablaze, and I will become the first and only dominant Nigerian champion."
Wow, Apollo Crews trying to make waves out here, changing the U.S. title to Nigerian. What a douche.
Indeed, indeed.
Ooh, this segment was really good. Saw you, Root
So,
Beer.
so MVP and Bobby Lashley, they're backstage, and pun not intended, but they're hurting after the hurt business has been well, let's just say ended, and Bobby Lashley has been stripped of his WWE title. He's hopping mad. So MVP, he's talking with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. He's saying, "Look, Kofi, Xavier, you guys have been having a rough time ever since Kofi lost the WWE title. Bobby Lashley hasn't been too happy. So I have a proposition for you. How about you, me, we can all of us together, we can reform the Hurt Business, and we can just run rampant on Raw. We can get all the titles. Kofi, you can rise back to the top. What do you say?" And Kofi says, "Well, MVP, it's a nice offer. However, the New Day is all about positivity. And if we want to get back to the WWE title, and by the way, we're perfectly happy being in the tag team division because that's where we're the most happy. But if I were to get back to the WWE title, I'd want to do it the right way. I want to be fair about it. I want to win my matches fair and square, and I wouldn't want to align myself with a snake like you." So MVP and Bobby Lashley, they're obviously not happy about it. So they challenge New Day to a tag team match next week on Raw.
Going down next week. MVP and Bobby versus the New Day.
That seems pretty good.
Then we have a music video shown to promote Io Shirai, who's debuting tonight here from NXT. She'll be facing Sasha Banks here tonight.
The announcers put over the fact that we'll see Seth Rollins take on. Good night.
Rollins versus Kofi in the main event here tonight. It's gonna be a good one.
And here we have a nice 5-minute match. Kevin Owens gets an easy victory over Akira Tozawa. Akira Tozawa, he doesn't go down without fighting, though. He puts up a good effort, but he gets caught in 5 minutes with a pop-up powerbomb. Kevin Owens with a great 69 AO. And a pretty decent match overall.
57 for Akira says that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good match. Kevin Owens picking up the victory here against Akira Tozawa. Then we have Owens babyface promo. You can explain this one. I'll be back real quick.
All right, so Kevin Owens, he gets on the mic. He says, "Thank you all for supporting me, blah, blah, blah. It's just so great to be back in the Mass Mutual Center." Big cheap pop from the crowd. But then we hear familiar theme music. Adam Cole comes out, cutting off Kevin Owens. He gets in the ring and says, "Kevin Owens, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just had to meet you face to face." See, for those in attendance, me and Kevin, we have some history together. There's a small little promotion called Ring of Honor. We've both been champions there. We've both been on top of that promotion at some point or another. And I dare to say we're pretty good friends. Now, we've also wrestled quite a few times before we got to WWE, and I think it's fair to say, Kevin, you got the best of me during that time. But I've been in NXT, and I've been improving. And I think I've been able to match my skills to yours, if not exceed your skills. So, Kevin, I come out here to say, with honor and integrity, I would like to challenge you at Armageddon. Will you accept my challenge? Kevin Owens, he looks at Adam Cole and he says yes. So, folks, the match is made for Armageddon, Kevin Owens, and Adam Cole. The fight for honor.
Nice. It's going to be an honorable matchup. It's going to go down. It should be a good one. And this segment was really good. 73. Very
Adam
impressive.
Cole
Adam Cole's
did
debut.
really good.
Oh, wow. Wow, it's really good to see.
Apparently, Michael
Popularity should
Cole
definitely go
tripping
up.
over his words because this segment deserved better announcing.
Oh, wow. Come on, Cole.
You want me to take the segment again?
Yeah.
All right, so Shane and Stephanie McMahon, they come out to a chorus of boos, no doubt. They get in the ring, they say, hold on, quit booing us. You can boo us in a few minutes, okay? Promise? Promise. Anyway, we have to make a few announcements. So, obviously, as Michael Cole so eloquently put it earlier on tonight, Kofi Kingston and Seth Rollins will be facing in the main event. Both former WWE champions, one of the best, both have earned a place in our Hall of Fame in the near future. But that's not all we have to announce for the night. It's fair to say our father has gone senile and he's stripped everybody of the titles and he's made another draft. And to kind of quickly make up for this egregious mistake, we're going to be booking some matches. So at Armageddon, we're going to have a tag team match, obviously, to crown our new tag team champions. But how do we come up with those contenders? Well, I'm glad you asked, crowd, because we're going to have a tag team battle royal. The team that wins and the runner-up team, they will face each other at Armageddon for the tag team titles. But just for a little incentive for the winner, they will be choosing the stipulation of that match. And just to keep you posted, I have a pretty good plan on what the women's division will look like after Armageddon. So I'll keep you posted on that. As for Apollo Crews, I will think about your offer. But now, on with the show.
On with the show indeed. What a great announcement by the people in charge of Monday Night Raw. Head into the tag team championship match battle royale, which in an abysmal match, Robert Roode won a battle royal in 12:55. The other members of the Final Four were Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, and Dolph Ziggler. Dominic Mysterio being the final elimination, Rey Mysterio did most eliminations over the course of the match. So, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler will get to choose the stipulation for the tag team championship match at Armageddon, but Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio are the opponents for the tag team titles. Cool stuff there. And Tyler Bate sustained a strained wrist. Wow. And Dominic was really off his game.
And a quick blink and you'll miss it. You'll see a returning Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Davey Boy. All right.
Thank you, Triple H.
Elite, you want to read this one? TV. All right, Root Beer, this is all you.
No, I got it. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode celebrates their victory in the Battle Royal, and Rey and Dominic kind of celebrate being the runners-up and getting the title shot.
They're happy they're in the tag team title match, but not so happy that they don't get to choose the stipulation.
Yeah, and you got to be wondering, they got to be thinking what Dolph and Robert are going to be doing just to make sure they get put down at Armageddon.
Something tells me it's going to be quite interesting. And then you want to read this one, Root Beer.
So we cut to backstage with our backstage interviewer, six-time world champion Booker T. He's interviewing Seth Rollins. He asked Seth Rollins, "Tell me something, sucker. What's your thoughts on facing Kofi Kingston in the main event tonight?" And Seth is like, "Well, Booker, washed up has been. I'm not really stressing Kofi Kingston too much, but I'm looking to make a big impact because I want to be the next WWE champion. And also, if you didn't hear me, you old man, you're a washed up has-been. Booker T does something like, "Oh, shuck it, duck it, quack quack. Tell me I did not just hear that." And Seth Rollins says, "Oh, you did," and he walks away.
Oh, so this is content here on Monday Night Raw. You will never see this on Friday Night SmackDown. No, 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 you will not. This is content, people. Content.
Content.
Ooh, and about to have subpar wrestling in Little Heat. Ricochet defeated John Morrison in 7:52 by pinfall with a 6:30 splash. Ricochet with the 53 and Morrison with the 65. So this is a good little match here. Good stuff. Then we head into this segment. I want to read this one up.
All right. So Shane McMahon, he comes up to Apollo Crews. He says, "Look, you can have that U.S. title match, and okay, you can have that, and if you win, you can change it to the Nigerian Championship. But the person you will be facing is a good old American boy who just proved himself against John Morrison. You'll be facing Ricochet at Armageddon, and if Ricochet wins, the U.S. title will stay the U.S. title." Is that understood? Apollo Crews Apollo Crews gives confirmation, and Shane McMahon walks away into his office.
Nice, nice. This is some interesting stuff building up here on Monday
That
Night
is
Raw
cool.
already. Shane McMahon did a masterful job of improvising interaction with the crowd. That's awesome. Shane McMahon is really good on the mic. I want to read this one up. Root beer.
So we come backstage again to Booker T. He's still absolutely livid about what Seth Rollins said to him. But then Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, they come up to him ready for their interview, and they say, "Well, Booker, it's good that we won that battle royal. We're just thinking, and trust me, we're the most deserving team in all of WWE to be getting this opportunity, Raw or SmackDown. The real challenge, though, is it's not going to be defeating Ray and Dominic. It's going to be figuring out how we can make it as torturous as possible," says Robert Roode. So, but best believe, at Armageddon, we will walk out as tag team champions. But the Mysterios won't even walk out at all.
Calling shots on the Mysterios. So it should be interesting
Dolph
on what
Ziggler did
match
really
they
good
choose
during the
here.
segment.
Oh yeah, nice. Dolph Ziggler. That's what we're talking about. And the storyline gained heat. Booker T was really good too. Good stuff here. It was a good little segment. The rating wasn't great, but it was good. Oh, and wow, Sasha Banks walking was one of the best segments of the night. Imagine that.
The
Sasha
crowd
Banks was
likes
showing.
Sasha.
She's just stretching backstage, and the crowd obviously loves that. Oh my goodness.
Sasha
Going
Banks was
insane.
shown walking down backstage ahead of the match against Io Shirai, the debuting Io Shirai. Let's see how this goes down. Ooh, wasn't the best
Oh, that's
match at
pretty good.
all. In a poor match, Io
It was pretty good.
Shirai defeat. Yeah, it was decent. Yeah, that's good. You're right, pretty good. I wasn't sure what I was expecting. Fireworks here. It's Io Shirai's debut. Io Shirai
Well, you got to
defeated.
remember, none of these people probably know who she is.
That's true.
So that should only go up with time.
True that.
Yeah.
Io Shirai defeated Sasha Banks in 12:27 by pinfall with a moonsault press. Io Shirai defeats Sasha Banks in her WWE debut. I'm sure Sasha Banks has got to be very upset at that fact. She must be very mad.
Like, I don't know how the females are now. But I know, like, in earlier versions, they were really hard to book because the ratings were so low. So,
True.
personally, I think it was really good.
Yeah, but yeah, she did really good. Want to read this one up?
So after the match, oh sorry, were you talking to
You
me?
can do it.
No, you can, go ahead. Go ahead.
You're a lot better at this than me. You can do it.
All right. So after the match, Io Shirai, she's happily celebrating her first victory on SmackDown on TV. When all of a sudden, Sasha Banks, of course she's furious, gives her the bank statement and just locks it in for an egregious amount of time. She's obviously furious, probably screaming at Io Shirai. Io Shirai, she's screaming in pain. Eventually, the refs they convince Sasha Banks to let go, and Sasha Banks just walks off backstage.
Wow, an attack on Io Shirai. It's brutal. Io Shirai, that's not how she
Unbelievable.
wanted this to go down.
How unethical, but obviously not as unethical as drafting a woman who just gave birth.
Talking about Becky Lynch, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Best segment of the
They're
night
really
so
good.
far. Wow. Wow. Okay, then.
So backstage, Sasha, she's without remorse. She's confident. She's doing kind of that confident women power walk when she bumps into Bianca Belair. Bianca gets in her face and is like, "Why'd you have to do it to Io Shirai? She's one of my buds from NXT." And Sasha Banks is like, "Well, she should have stayed in her lane. And you know what? Maybe you should too." And Bianca's like, "You know what? I think I'm perfectly fine where I am, and that's going to be going right through you towards that SmackDown or that Raw Women's title."
Wow. And they get into a little brawl there.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Bianca Belair benefited from being the flavor of the month.
Wow. Okay, then. This is a great segment here. Fantastic segment. Gotta use Bianca Belair.
Women,
Yeah,
the women
especially for
showing
the
how
women.
it's done
Yeah,
on
they're doing better than
on
the
the
men
show.
here. Impressive.
Well, hey, the show's not over quite yet.
Let's see how the rest of the show goes down. Oh, we're heading into the main event now.
Seth Rollins doing some stretches, just to get the women all riled up, show off his 8-pack, no doubt.
Everybody loves seeing a good stretch backstage.
Mm-hmm. And Seth Rollins with the drip, taking off the drip, then dripping with oil, The women getting all riled up now as he makes his way to the entranceway.
Alright, let's see how the main event goes down. Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston, the first main event of Monday Night Raw. Hopefully it's not trash. Or better than SmackDown. Hey!
Oh!
I love to see it. And about that good heat and decent wrestling, Seth Rollins defeated Kofi Kingston in 1957 by pinfall with a curb stomp. This match is really good. I dig it. That's what we're talking about. Turn it
It was a
down.
back and forth affair, but ultimately Kofi Kingston just wasn't up to the challenge to take down Seth Rollins. But Seth Rollins, he's celebrating after a hard-fought battle when out of nowhere,
Whoa. Hey!
I got its edge. He comes through the crowd and cuts Seth Rollins in half with a spear to end out the show. Seth Rollins motions towards his waist with a belt around it, signaling that he wants the title. And that Seth Rollins is going to have to go through him if he wants it.
Wow, I think this show was really good, guys.
Really I hope good. So.
I agree.
Edge is here. Complete success. Edge is now a face. Wow, this was a really good show, guys. Edge benefited from being the flavor of the month. Wow, 2 flavors of the month. Wow, and the best segment of the night was Sasha and Bianca brawling. That's crazy.
Now, the real question is, if Bianca and Edge were a flavor, what flavor would they be?
What kind of question
I
is
think
this,
Edge would be Rocky Road ice cream, personally. Bianca, maybe blue raspberry.
What you thinking, Elite?
Like a swirl.
Ice.
Ooh.
Alright, let's see what rating our show gets. Alright, let's see. 3, 2, 1. 74. It's not terrible.
Not too bad.
It's a good show to kick off. Hopefully,
hey, honestly,
SmackDown.
With the mods being as biased as they are, a lot of the times, gaining popularity in 9 regions, pretty good.
I dig it. You know what? That was a good show. I'm happy with this.
For Finn, the head GM of SmackDown, we're laying down the challenge. Get higher than a 74, you win this week. But can you do that?
I don't think he can. And even if our storylines are fire, straight fire.
Straight fire. So let's say you win this foot race. It's just a race. This isn't. We're not just doing this small little race. Just run to the edge of the gym and back. No, we're doing a full marathon.
Marathon.
Because we've got stamina, baby. You're frail.
Ooh. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
You'll gas out like Scott Steiner at the Royal Rumble facing Triple H.
Make sure to tune in on Wednesday for SmackDown, the SmackDown booking, and then on Thursday for the SmackDown results. Boo! But anyways, good luck to them. Hopefully they do well, because we are the same company, but we're in a little bit of a brand wars. But I hope they do well. Well,
you got to think us losing popularity here is only gonna be worse for them because now there's an even more uphill battle for them.
I guess this Robert Roode was the only one that won the Royal.
What happened?
It was funny that Robert Roode. It was the only one that won the Battle Royal.
He was representing the entire team.
True that. Represent. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all. Well, I won't see you, but Furbon Wrestling and Jose and what's his face? M3 Kratos. We'll see you guys on Wednesday and on Thursday for the SmackDown results. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was the first episode of Monday Night Raw, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Jinx.